Okay, here we go. So I have a prayer that I use that I find really, really helpful.
Okay.
I'm just going to have us do just a couple of breaths. Okay. And so we do acknowledge the forces of light, asking for guidance, direction, and the courage to know the truth, as is revealed for us, for our highest good and the highest good of everyone connected to us. O Holy Spirit of God, protect me from all forms of self centeredness and direct my attention to the work at hand. Help me to know Sheila in the eyes of the in the light of the Akashic records, to see Sheelah Davies through the eyes of the Lords of the Records, and enable me to share the wisdom and compassion that the masters, teachers, and loved ones have for Sheelah Davies. The records are now open. Okay. I am already feeling a pressure in my ears.
And me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Break up this energy. Okay, well, Mary Magdalene is here. She a lot of times comes through on Akashic readings for me because she's also my guide.
Oh, right.
Okay, this is interesting. Okay. So she is saying that you are her daughter.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay. In the sense of you are her daughter. Like, you know how some mothers, okay, is she like a birth daughter of yours, Mary? No. Daughter in more like adopted daughter. Like, you know how there's like the daughters of Isis? There's like an energetic daughter.
Yeah.
So it's like you can see her as like in like a motherly way where she took you in. She took you in like one of her own. Please show me what you want to show me. Okay. See if you can see what I'm seeing is a few people in a cave. And you're holding a crystal. And you're holding a crystal in one hand and a little bottle in the other hand.
That makes sense.
Yeah?
I know who it is now.
Yeah?
It's a pink crystal, isn't it? That's Sarah, Joshua's
So
cousin.
interesting. Well, this one's Aurora Crystal over here, but let me tune in deeper. Please
I'm
show me.
thinking rose quartz.
Yes. And it's kind of like a wand. It's like a wand. It's like in a wand shaped.
Mm,
You use it like this.
right.
Yeah.
Rose rose quartz, isn't it?
It's like a rose quartz in like a wand shape. and you use it to help activate the oil, and you do like clearing on yourself. So it is true that you are this Sarah, and it is true that you are a daughter of Mary, but you're a daughter of Mary in the way of an energetic sense.
Mm.
You hold a bond with her, and we're going to clear the noise, and we're going to reestablish the connection so you can almost like if you were to hold a rose crystal in your hand and then put it up to your ear, she can talk to you through the crystal. That's new. That and
Oh,
look, I'm wearing pink. I don't wear pink every day.
oh, oh, there you go. I've got one here.
And Sheila, I never know what's going to come out of my mouth with these things, just so you know.
Right. So this will work. It's an orb.
Oh my God. Yep. Aura quartz, like the pink aura quartz. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, rose
Yeah.
quartz.
So there's a book that is another book you may want to look at.
I'm all for
There's
books.
this a book. Can I go grab it really quick?
Yeah, push you can.
Okay. And I want to do some drumming for you too with this. Okay. Okay. So I have this book.
Magdalene Mysteries.
Yep. And so I opened it up. So what do you want me to show her? The Dragon Priestess of Delphi.
Right.
And then dragon. So Delphi means womb. And so this is really interesting because, okay, let's see what she wants to say. Okay, this is like, okay, it's like all together. What I'm getting is that you've had all these multiple lives with Mary. And you're also part of the Isis priestess as well. And you keep returning as priestess. And where are we going with this? So the Pythia, whose name translates to dragoness, was the high priestess of the Hellenic Empire. So that's a whole other, like, let's talk to Lorna about Delphi.
Delphi. Yeah.
You were there.
Oh, right.
Okay, so there's a lot. Let's just get some clarity over here. We're going to focus on cleansing the pathway so that there's like, imagine like, you know how like some kids, they would have a can
Yeah.
inside and then they would have a can on the other one and then you would talk like a telephone.
With a piece of string connecting them. Yeah.
So use that pink crystal as your telephone connection.
Right.
So that you are then concentrating your energetic intention so that all you can hear when you want to speak with Mary is you only hear her. And then
Yeah.
what you can do is assign a different crystal for a different guide.
Right.
That's a way to do it. That might resonate with you.
Right. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not make sense, but like, I guess I'm saying like, does that resonate? Um, where then you can like work after today. What we're gonna do today too is we're going to call on the guides and ask them to basically make themselves known to you in a way that you have a symbol and you have boundaries. You get to decide who you want to speak to. And you're setting boundaries with assigning crystals to each one.
Right.
And then when you hold a crystal, only that one comes through unless you decide that you want a crystal for Yeshua, you want a crystal for Mary, and you want a crystal for Sarah, and you just want to have a conversation with all three. And then only those three are like, okay, all others leave the room, leave the space. I only want to hear from this one right now. And then you have the
Right.
crystal. And then it's more like, I feel like a way for you, this might change for you, but it's a way to, I
Yeah.
feel like, have more of a clear line
Yeah.
and pathway so that you are more in control, I guess.
Yeah. 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 I get what you say.
So wait, what other questions do you have? Because I already I know what would you like to know about, like, would you like to know more about this life in the way that it's helpful to you now? Or was it more about getting clarity because it was like confusing because you were like, I'm Sarah, but I think I'm Mary's daughter.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think we've established that I'm Joshua's cousin Sarah,
Yeah.
because the significance of the pink crystal in that Magdalene book, they talk about her at the crucifixion holding a pink crystal, and it's the pink crystal that Jeshua ascended into,
Oh.
and then she hid it from the guards because his spirit had ascended into the pink crystal. Then when she went into the cave with Mary, um, to do the anointing, she had the crystal in her hands, and that was how Jesus came back, because he retrieved his soul out of his spirit out of the crystal back into his body. But it took him quite a few weeks, months, to be able to sort of reconfigure himself.
Wow, I didn't know that story at all.
Because I'd heard, in one of the previous books that I read, was that he put his spirit into a stone. But it wasn't until I read this one, and they specifically said that Sarah held this pink crystal that he went into. And she was the one that anointed the oils. So that must be the pink wand
You're a
that that,
alchemist.
that
Yeah.
Mary Magdalene produced, the anointing oil.
Yep. I'm seeing like um oh, there's a dragon there too.
Oh, is that?
You have a dragon.
Oh, Lorna will be happy about that.
You have a dragon. Okay. Okay, you have many dragons. But there's one dragon that's showing up today, and she's pink. She's like a translucent pink. and she's going to whisper to you so that you can hear her. And we're going to create a meditation that you can listen to connect with this dragon. If you feel like that would be helpful, we can make one
Mm.
for you.
Yeah, that would be great.
Um, where you this okay, let's just take a moment to see what time is it in this series, in this moment.
It's
Um,
it's 11:28 your time.
okay. All right. Um, yeah, so that's new. I've never had the guidance of creating a meditation from an Akashic reading, so that's interesting. Um, I have this thing that I was also guided to do today. Wait for you, which I have this book of like little light codes.
Oh, right,
What
yeah.
I'm going to do is I'm setting the intention, and they want which code is in highest alignment for Sheelah Davis and where she is right now. This is so funny. So I went to the page. I went to the end of it. It's the
Yeah.
code for delight, and there's a little meditation, and I can basically record this for you, but I'm gonna read this to you right now. Congratulations, delight brings you a powerful message. And though you may be confused as to how to progress, know that your path is unfolding before you perfectly. It's time to find your power and to embrace it as a being of love and beauty. Use the symbol delight, especially during a full or a new moon, to set the intention that you choose to seek truth, the truth within and the truth all around you. Love is all around you. Use the following affirmation daily, and it's part of a full moon or a new moon ceremony. I choose to see clearly, no confusion. I am love. I embrace fully the love that I am.
Oh, can you photograph me that page, please?
Isn't that wild?
But do you know that is just sums me up, doesn't it?
So this is so funny.
Right.
The first page, the first
Oh,
page,
wow.
delight,
Is
seeing
that the
clearly,
code?
no confusion. I'll take a picture of this for you, no problem.
Brilliant.
Remembering who we are.
See,
I,
that's why I was,
what?
yeah, see, that's why I was convinced that I was Sarah, Joshua's cousin, because when I listened to those words in that book, it was like this feeling just went straight into my heart and it went buff, and it was just full of emotion. Oh,
I need to show you this.
that's lovely.
So this is for the angel Ariel.
Yeah,
This is heart. She works with a heart chakra.
yeah.
And pale pink, her colors are pale pink and rainbow.
Rainbows. When I close my eyes sometimes, it's like I see colors of a rainbow, like a prism.
So
Ah,
Ariel is one of your guides.
ah,
Ariel is one of your angels. Do you feel like if that resonates with you? I feel like that's why I made these months ago.
right.
I channeled a painting for about 7 or 8 archangels. This was one
Yeah.
of them. And it was somewhere else in my area. And last night I brought it here to be with me, but I didn't know that I was going to show it to you today.
Mm.
But I
If
had it
it's
to
for
show.
sale, I better purchase it off you then, hadn't I?
If you want to. Um, I that would be awesome, and I'll pop it in the mail.
Yeah.
in the mail. And I put a code here too, which is unity.
Yeah.
And I'll take a picture. And I will put this code on this as well.
Wonderful.
Um, so I'll add it to that. And okay. So I need to read this to you. I'm just laughing because like, everything happens for a reason and like synchronicities are happening all the time. And I was just looking at a pink aura quartz too.
Hmm.
Okay. Um this part. Everyone we know, our friends, family, colleagues, our animals, pals, even ourselves, is living, experiencing life through a unique set of programs. These programs have served purpose in our development. We can be grateful for them and for all they have taught us. However, we strive for a state of clarity. I'm gonna pull your gene keys chart. Has anyone told you about gene keys?
No.
Okay. That's to be continued.
Right.
So it's all about energy, right? Everything's energy. Clarity means that we experience no confusion in our mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual bodies at any level. Clarity is remembering and knowing ourselves, the love that we are. So what we want to do is we're going to take a picture of this. We're going to take a picture of this. Okay. All right, great. What we want to do, what else is the key? So what I want to do, they're guiding me. They're gonna get a clearing. Okay. What we want to do is we want to clear out any energies that are causing confusion, any programs on
Yeah.
any lifetime, any timeline, dimension, reality that has caused any confusion to leak into this reality. We want to clear that now and forever.
Hmm.
And it's not always important to know where it's from. We can look into that if you want to, but I feel like it's like then it's kind of going into story. Do you want the story or do you want to clear the pattern? You know what
I'd
I
rather, I mean, Lorna said to me that there's an issue with one of my past lives that I need to address. I'm not too bothered about where it is. I'd just rather get rid of
mean? Right. Thank you.
it. Just get it gone.
Let's get it gone.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We don't really need to know where it's from. We just want to clear it out. Okay.
Yeah. Because otherwise I'll start analyzing it.
Right, exactly. That's exactly why. Okay, thank you. Whew, Asa, we're gonna bring in the golden. We're bringing in the golden energy. I asked for the masters and your guides to assist, and Mary Magdalene and Yeshua to assist with bringing in the clearing energy to remove the program that is causing confusion. Shande wa iya oni wo sa ya no hiya la e ya o sake ya na ya o ka ya o wa e ya ko se ya shiko ni la ne o wa. So what we're doing, we're calling in, we're bringing forth from the 12th dimension realm the chakra that is the highest there, and we're having a golden energy. It's like a golden rain, if you will.
Hmm.
It's going to come down and it's going to come through your soul star chakra. And now it's coming around your crown. where it's most sitting in. And that golden rain, that golden light is going to come through your head, but it's going to radiate all through all of your auras, okay? So what we want to do is we're going to take this golden energy and it's going to go right around your aura. And so now you have a circle, you have an egg that you're sitting in, okay?
Yeah.
You're sitting in this golden egg. And now you're sitting in a golden egg of light. And so now more of this golden energy and also some of this pink energy from that crystal, Yeshua is sending down with the pink energy, with the golden energy, with the violet flame. It's all coming through and it's permeating. And it's coming down through each chakra, your head, your third eye. It's going to your ears. It's going to your throat. It's a it's going down to your throat. It's now going to your heart. Yahoo! And now it's coming down into your solar plexus and it's clearing out any energetic debris, anything that causes any confusion, and we're just clearing it out. So now your solar plexus is golden yellow. It's golden yellow and it's expanding out. And now we're just going to feel that for a moment. And now, how are you doing over there?
All right.
Okay. And so now this golden energy, along with the rose quartz energy, along with the violet flame, all of them are working together. And they're now going down to your sacral. In any way, in anywhere, in any time, the lack of clarity and any confusion has sat and permeated in the sacral. We are clearing it now. Along all time, space, reality, timelines, anywhere, anytime that it can exist, it is now being transmuted into love and clarity. I'm going to guide you to take a few belly breaths, bringing in, filling up your belly, and then letting it go. And now that's going to now trickle through into your root. And it's filling up that space. And along with this, you're also being activated with codes. How you doing over there?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Clearing. And now the root. He sha ya na ye we ya ye ya we ya Hey yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, yeah, whoa, yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh. So now in the root, that golden rain is now flowing through, giving you a little joyful, delightful feeling of comfort and groundedness. And now we're going to send that golden energy through our legs, into our feet, and then anything that can now leave your entire auric field is now going to leave your auric field now, all your bodies. And it's going to go down through your grounding cords, sending it to Mother Gaia. And now your dragon is coming in, and she's taking this energy and she's putting it in her mouth, and she's gonna ignite it, and she's gonna burn it up, and she's gonna fly it to a place where it can be transmuted even more into love. And now this golden dragon, she can tell you her name when she whispers to you. You can invite her in whenever you feel you would like to connect with her. And she's now spinning around you. And she's going to seal this golden egg so that you know that you can call in this golden egg anytime you wish to bring you back to more clarity. It can be like your meditation egg where you can sit with your guides, sit with your dragon, and find your truth, explore your truth. And so it is.
That felt good. I felt all warm and fuzzy.
I'm so happy to hear that. What did it go to Sheena Kado? So who else wants to come through right now? Yeshua? Okay. Are you really into ceremony? Do you like
Not really.
ceremony? Like
Mm,
creating? No?
not really. No.
Because he's telling me that like you're like this queen of ceremony.
All right.
And why? Why? Oh, okay. That you can treat your life like a living ceremony. Where like
Right.
in every moment, like when you get up, I don't know if you have some like practices that you already do in the morning where like you get up and you meditate at all.
No, I must admit I'm really bad at meditating, Dina. I keep saying I must do more, but I I think what I do is I'll sit there with a coffee in the morning and I just go off into my own little land. I call it
Okay.
Sheila's land.
Um, okay, so that's why I feel guided to work with your guides to create a meditation for you.
Hmm.
Something that you can go to and listen to and still go into Sheila land, but then be able to be guided to ground back.
Yeah.
And something that you will enjoy doing, because I feel like there's a little bit of resistance towards meditating. There's like,
Yeah.
feel like there's something where you're like running away from it.
Disciplining myself to sit and do it, even if it's just for 5 minutes a day. Do you know what I mean? It's,
And there's divine will too.
yeah.
See what the divine feminine oracle has for you. So, and you know, it could be a time for you to explore what ceremony can be for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this is so interesting.
We got Saint Bridget, Brigid.
Our Lady of Exhausted Light. I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need.
Right. Okay.
It's kind of like I feel like there's like these different kinds of readings that I do where it's like you it's like we're opening up is we're opening up Sheila receiving more of her own guidance. We're
Yeah.
opening up, we're also activating more with the solar plexus, hence the yellow. Do
Mm,
you see the yellow?
yeah. Yeah.
Um activating clarity. We're activating clarity today. We're activating divine will. We're bringing forth the awareness that you, in many of your lives, have held a special role of being part of sacred ceremony. I can't make this stuff up. Um, and so, okay. So I feel what I'm getting is that ceremony can feel very arduous to you. That you've done it in so many lifetimes that like you're like,
Almost like a chore
yes, it's like a
than a
chore.
pleasure. Yeah, rather than a pleasure.
Right.
That's
So,
probably why I find it hard to sit and do it.
yes, but however, stillness is a blessing in which it gives you the space and time to connect with your inner guidance, to connect with your soul. So, if you we can make it simple
Mm.
by just taking the time, extra little time to just sit in stillness, maybe perhaps listening to some music, some calming music. And you know what I'm getting?
Well,
I'm getting a picture of you drawing, of you just kind of doodling, like exploring your creativity in a new way.
right. Okay.
Have you ever fancied to do anything creative in this lifetime? Like as a child, what did you do to express your creativity? You
God.
won't believe what I just pulled.
I used when I was at school, I used to like watercolor painting. And I remember I did this picture and I thought it was a complete and utter mess, but my art teacher loved it. It was very dark and grey. It was like a stormy night scene, and she absolutely loved it.
So let me ask you, why did you stop painting?
I think it's because I didn't think it was good, even though she thought it was brilliant, because to me, I should be drawing like little birds and things like that, things that you could see. Like people take a picture of something, draw that sort of thing, not what's in here and what's in here that just wants to come out on the paper that people look at and say, "Oh God, that's a mess. What's that supposed to be?" Sort of more abstracty type.
Okay, so I want to say, first of all, I love you. And second of all, I think there's a reason why you and I have connected. It's beyond this Akashic record reading. I don't know if you noticed the art in my wall.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
I feel like you are meant to do intuitive painting as
right.
practice of expressing and learning how to see the beauty within. And you know what? That painting that you did as a child, that judgment was a program.
Yeah.
Because not everyone is meant to draw birds. Like, who told you you had to draw birds or recognizable items?
I I don't I just think that's what you perceive, isn't
No.
it?
It's just
But
that's just like a lie that somehow got in your
yeah,
head. But like
uh,
as you
it
see,
could be because my sister used to do things like that, draw birds and things like that,
oh, so
and
maybe you thought you needed to draw like she drew instead of doing
probably
what came from you.
probably being the youngest as well.
Yeah, so because you weren't doing it the way that she did it, maybe you felt like inside somehow that you weren't doing it good enough because it didn't
Mm,
look like hers, right? So we want to clear that.
didn't look like
I'm
anything.
gonna tell you something. We're gonna clear that if you want to do that today. I got for you Yamaja,
Right.
and she is the goddess of all that flows.
Oh,
Watercolor flows. And what is she? I am an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me.
yeah. You touched on this with the light language we did about me being creative.
Oh, I don't remember.
You don't remember, but we were sort of like thinking about writing that sort of things. So
Doing this.
imagine.
So I want to invite you. I actually next this week, my friend and I are doing a free intuitive art class.
All right.
It's next Saturday at 10 a.m.
All
If
right.
you're
Yeah.
able to do it. And I'm really taking up this whole thing of teaching intuitive art. And it's really about teaching the tapping into and like really working through like the release of judgments and like really allowing our heart, our soul to express through us. So
Yeah.
our heart, our soul, like if it wants to paint a perfect bird, it's going to guide you to paint a perfect bird. But if it's
Yeah.
not, it's not. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So there can be beauty in art. I mean, look at like Chagall. Like look at I paint dragons, but like I just kind of I go with the flow.
Yeah.
It becomes this beautiful painting and I'm like sometimes this is a lesson that I had to learn for myself. You know, when you look at something, everyone's going to see something differently, right?
Yeah.
So, what if you were I want to invite you to find grab some watercolor paints, grab
Yeah.
some brushes, maybe there's some watercolor crayons that I love. And then you can like do with the crayon and then add water. Um,
Mm.
and maybe some metallic paints and just we're gonna have some fun. And
Yeah.
and then you can add writing into it. Like this is like This is not necessarily about whether Sheila's going to sell art or not.
Oh no.
This is about, who knows? You may wind up creating pieces that people are like, oh my god, I want to buy that, I want to have that. But we're not there yet, right? We're at the
No.
stage of you
Mm,
like creating, expressing with watercolors for joy.
yeah.
And seeing what wants to come through that your subconscious, your soul, your heart wants to express to you.
Right.
And then there's going to be another session, probably.
Yeah.
I want to invite you back, and if you would like, and we can do a conversation where we look at that art and we sit with
Yeah.
it and we see what we maybe, unless you want to do it on your own, that's fine. But if you want me to do it with you, or we can do it
Mm,
with Lorna, we could do like a three-way phone call with Lorna,
yeah.
and we can look at your artwork and see what wants to come through.
Yeah. I'm up for that. That sounds great.
You
Yeah.
know? But I really feel like today was really about, okay, let's just activate. Okay, so we have a few more minutes. We have another, whatever. Um, you have time for me to just do a little activation of your divine creativity. I'm gonna do that really quick. Okay. I'm gonna start it and then it's just kind of gonna trickle in over time.
Right. Okay.
Okay. I'm setting the intention to start the activation of Sheila's creativity with the help of her Akashic masters and record keepers. We're going to reinsert her creativity back into this body. Any creativity that was shut off, we are turning back on with the energy of joy and expression. And we're removing any judgment, any kind of judgment around art that is not necessary, where that is like no longer in the picture. That is that is not why we do it. We're activating divine creativity within Sheila right now. Sali ya ho ya na ya wo ya na ya. Ya yo ya yo ya o ya ko ya na ka ina ila uta isa yang ke shu ya se kuriana ne ya Jose ya ko disikene tu ki sale ko tu disikene na ke na tu ki se kren. It is done. It is done. It is done.
Thank you. Oh.
Okay, so we're gonna close the records.
Mhm.
And do you have any other questions?
No, I just want to thank you for clarifying what I thought, which Lorna was telling me it was the wrong decision. There you go. She was convinced that I was Sarah of Mary, not Sarah, Jeshua's cousin, which in a way I can see that Mary would have adopted her because they worked together with the oils. Mary prepared them, Sarah anointed them, they were in the cave together.
I
So
mean, I don't want to go against what Lorna was reading for you, but like at the same time, I feel like where you are a daughter of Mary,
mm,
it's in what's wanting to come through is in that way.
yeah,
Oh, it could be that in another timeline you are your fractal energy was in Mary's
mm,
daughter.
yeah.
So it's very possible, okay.
Or she could have been reading that I'm not birth daughter, I'm adopted daughter.
Right.
because she was convinced I was Sarah, but it was which Sarah? But it
You
was
are
that,
Sarah.
yeah.
That's it. It's like a little bit of a like looking at like from different angles.
Mm, yeah.
And but yeah, it's also we're all one.
Mm,
So I do feel like the Mary is saying, what are you saying? Oh. So she's saying that you are her daughter in all ways. Because it's fractal. You are a fractal of her daughter. Okay. So it's kind of like a very multi-dimensional daughter. It's like so it's just like another way of looking at it. You're Sarah, but you're also a fractal of Mary's daughter. Does that make
right.
sense?
Uh,
Is that more confusing?
yeah. See,
Does it
I'm, I'm,
matter?
yeah, I took it from when I listened to that book that I was Sarah Jeshua's cousin that
And you
worked with me in the
are,
library.
but you're
Yeah,
also like like so you are, and like you can continue with that, like that really resonates with you,
yeah,
and it really feels true in your heart. And they're not saying that that's not true, but they're also
mm,
saying like the way that that you do still have a connection with Sarah, Mary's daughter.
right, okay,
But
yeah,
it's not like you're Mary's daughter, but you are her daughter.
yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah,
You know what I mean now?
yeah, I do. It's like the
Uh,
head getting around it, doesn't it?
I
It's confusing.
know, I know. It is confusing because the thing is that like we are all everything and we're all no one.
Yeah,
We are all
there's
something
a one
and we're
thing.
all nothing.
Yeah,
So you may have like you have a high resonance to the Sarah, the anointer, because you recall the memory of being her too. Like
mm,
you can
mm,
see her
mm,
and it feels very familiar. Where even if you didn't, you still feel it in your heart and your heart tells you the truth.
yeah. And I, when I think about it, I get really emotional, like I want to cry.
Yeah. And also, this whole thing is about you. Anyone can tell you anything. I
Mm,
can tell you what's coming through, but this is about discernment as well. Because people can give you readings,
mm-hmm.
and it's almost like it's kind of like she and I are looking through the same lighthouse, but we're seeing different angles.
Yeah, yeah. I get that.
So I'm not gonna say that she's wrong.
Oh no, I'm not saying she is, but
No, but I'm saying like I'm not, but that's why I'm kind of like trying to get
yeah,
more clarity for you. It's because
yeah,
she and I are from the same lighthouse.
yeah,
So are you. But we're
yeah.
looking at things from different
Different
views.
perspectives. Yeah,
Exactly. So the
yeah.
perspective that came in today was what it was, and you now
Mhm.
have a recording of that. And but I feel like sometimes we get these messages so that we can also feel into, it's kind of like, what any of what I said, if any of what I said doesn't resonate,
Mm,
it's okay.
yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
most of it does.
Well, that's good.
That was a bit enlightening though about part of the ISIS collection.
Yeah, so that's like a whole other, So the ISIS, have you heard of, I think I told you about the book, the Sophia Code.
Yes, I've got that.
Did
Love
you
it.
start reading it?
I've listened to it on Audible and then I've brought the book, so I'm going to listen to it again, but read the book along with it. And
Okay.
then anything that resonates, I'm going to mark, um, and I'm going to pay more attention to the programming.
Okay. Yep. I think that you might want to read the ISIS chapter if you haven't already.
Right, I'll revisit
But when you get to
that.
the Mary Magdalene one, let me know. Because, like, I have a group that I started where we
Yeah.
read these chapters out loud to each other. So there's like other people you can meet in there, and like, I can tell you more about that. But anyway, I feel like that was really a I'll send you the. Okay, so what I said I was gonna send you, just to sum up, I'm gonna send you the pictures of the card. I'm going to send you the picture from that book of those codes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have no idea how much to ask for money wise for that painting. So just,
Oh,
know, if you want it, just, I don't know, just
just, just pluck a figure out of the air.
what?
Just pluck a figure out of the air.
Okay. Okay. I'll ask Mary to tell me. How about that?
All right then. And you let me know.
Okay, and then I'll add that code in there. And then I said I was going to do a meditation for you.
Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
great.
All right. So let me close the
Oh,
records.
sorry, I've given you some work to do.
No, it's okay because this is like part of my evolution
Mm,
um with how I give readings,
yeah.
and I love this. And so, you know. So I love it. So, it's wonderful. Okay. I would like to thank the masters, teachers, and loved ones for their love and compassion. I would like to thank the lords of the Akashic Records for their point of view. And I would like to thank the Holy Spirit of Light for all knowledge and healing. The records are not closed. Amen. The records are not closed. Amen. The records are not closed. Amen. There you go.
Wonderful.
And I'm going to take a picture of this. Remember to talk to Lorna about uh, Delphi.
Yeah.
I feel like that was another area. But yeah, so I'll send this to you. Well, okay.
Wonderful. Yeah,
And
wonderful.
you can tell me what did not resonate. I'd be kind of curious. You can always
Oh,
tell me that later.
most I think the majority of it did. I've been invaded.
Well, that's good. Hello. Well, I'm gonna let you go. And I will send you this. And I'll
Thank you.
do my best to send you other stuff within the week. Okay.
Okay, well let me know how much for that painting.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Okay. Cool. All right. Mwah. Thank you. Have a
All
good
right.
day.
Thank you so much, Dina.
Welcome.
You're
Bye. Thank
welcome.
you.
Take care. Bye.